at home, and we're hoping good things continue after this beautiful weekend we had.
We did have some really nice weather this past weekend. We should have some really nice weather again today. 24-hour temperature cast wants to start us close to 50, get us up over 80. The 50-80 split in play for today. Now it may start to get a little warm over the next couple of days. Could see those daytime highs get a little higher up into the 80s, and those morning lows start to creep a little closer to 60. Maybe more of a May or June kind of feeling forecast for a couple of days, although I don't think the humidity is going to have that May or June feel to it. As far as the overall look goes, clear skies for today, for tonight, for tomorrow, but eventually by Wednesday we start to bring in those high thin clouds, and we do start to set the scene for that next chance to get wet. And I think that's coming on Thursday. Here are the temperatures around the region right now. It's 50 in Bainbridge and in Quincy and in Tallahassee and in Moultrie. It's 54 in Perry. How about 48s for Thomasville and for Valdosta? It's not breezy out there, but there's a little wind trying still more from the east and kind of variable. I think throughout the day today that wind is going to start to shift a little bit more towards the south and west. And as that happens, here's where we start to bring in a little bit more of the warmer and more humid. Now, it's not going to feel like summer, but as we do start to bring in a little more humidity, we'll find more areas like we've got this morning at Perry and Cross City, where we get some of that patchy fog, and some of those visibilities are reduced down below 1 mile. So I think fog becomes a little bit more of a thing the next couple of mornings, especially by Wednesday. Now on the radar, not a whole lot going on right now. There's not going to be today, not tonight, not tomorrow, probably not even tomorrow night or during the day Wednesday. As we get to Thursday, we're going to be looking way out to the west for that next piece of energy. Now, this is going to be marching its way across the country. We're getting to that point in the year where these boundaries start to have a little more trouble cleanly getting through the southeast. And usually what happens is they end up getting stuck someplace nearby, and depending on how close to our area they end up being stuck, then we get those prolonged periods of more unsettled. So that's a real possibility with this next one. But that's the end of the week. The beginning of the week, it's all about the good stuff. Maybe starting to get a little warm out there with those winds shifting more to the south and bring in some of that warmer air. Wouldn't surprise me at all to see those daytime highs start to climb through the low 80s into the middle 80s a little bit this week. I think we start to bring in the clouds by Wednesday, and then we start looking for those showers and storms sometime Thursday. We've got a couple of days to fine-tune that for you. Sun will be up at 7:31 today. Lots of low 50s, going to quickly get into the 80s. Highs today, we're talking mostly low 80s. But if we saw some 83s or 84s, I wouldn't be surprised. A smidge cooler near the coast. Rain chances stay out of the forecast for another day or two. Clear and comfortable again tonight. Most of us are going to bottom out in the low 50s, but over the next couple, notice how the morning temperatures inch up, the afternoon temperatures inch up, and that's all in advance of that next shot to get wet that feels like maybe a little bit later in the day on Thursday. We could get some bigger storms with that, so we've got plenty to keep our eyes on.
Have a hot news tip for us? Here's how to reach our news department.